Hello, neighbors! Tesuiji in a frosty but sunny Toronto. Eagerly looking forward to getting underway with today's edition of the Saturday Stampede. We've got a bunch of fun stuff that we're going to tackle. We've got the off-season, which includes the first year draft for the Oryx Buffaloes. We've got the off-season, in which case we'll see who else we sign. You know, there's always room for improvement. Hello, Gorgo and friends. Thank you for rating. Much appreciated. And we've got some actual packs to rip in real life. What I'm calling the stuff we get in the mail section. And we also have some Perfect Team packs, because I'm not sure if you know, there's this golden ticket Willy Wonka style hunt going on right now for the Johnny Mize limited edition. And I may want to try doing some rips. As you can tell from the current screen right now. Oh, hey, Dishnet. Good, Dishnet's here. We can get started. We've got my gold team, my mainline team, the Epcot Centurions, which are at risk of getting relegated out of gold because apparently Franchise Heroes 3 is table stakes for that level now. The Privateers are hanging in silver, and they're one card away from completing Franchise Heroes 3 for Washington, which gets me 2 diamond packs, which gets me 2 shots at Johnny Mize. Or at the very least, 2 more shots at Tip O'Neill, which I would love to have for that team. The Bob Cajun Bobs are sort of noodling around in bronze. Not too much I can improve there. DGOS, thank you for the follow. And over at the St. Louis do haha Jokers, the packs only team, we have been busting out packs aplenty, but we're still like so close on a few missions. I'm just amazed that a packs only team can actually complete Build a Legend missions. That's all I'm going to say. So we are going to start with the out of the park franchise mode. We're going to go into the draft and we're going to complete that. When we hit a long sim, I will switch to the hastily made segment, stuff we get in the mail. And then we're going to try and conclude with Perfect Team. We are starting early. We'll finish early. Dishnet. Oh, yeah. Packs only team making some interesting progress on Build a Legend. Nice. Gorgo, arigato gozaimasu. I need to practice more on my Nihongo. So, it is the first year draft. We won the Japan series for the 11th time in 12 years this season. In part because of our Rookie of the Year, Toichi Morishita, the rubber band man himself. What a stud. I don't even mind that we traded Tsukasaburo Tanaka away to a division rival for him. Thanks, Tedio. But we've got Takanibu Matsuda leaving in the off-season. Daiki Sasaki is out for all of next year, which stinks. Vicarious 16 and Port Dog, thank you for the follows. Kevin Gaines, the Hammer, will be back soon, thank goodness. So the rotation isn't going to be too bad, but I still feel like there's maybe room for improvement, which is why we are going to the draft. Yeah, many of the diamonds and 6 of the bronzes. I can believe it. I'm just glad that somehow early on I got the Paul Goldschmidt gold mission, or up to the gold level. So we are drafting dead last. I've already shortlisted a bunch of guys who I think would be valuable. Unfortunately, one of them is not going to be Den Tanaka. I'm going to guess he's related to Masahiro Tanaka because holy smokes, look at this. Ground baller, high stamina, high hold, lefty with that stat line. Whoever drafts him, he's basically going to be able to start right out the chute. Oh, I can believe it, DGOist. So, we're drafting 16th. That's going to complicate things, but I've already got some guys, some eyes on some guys. Oishi might be interesting as a reliever, as a ground baller type, or like definitely a stopper. Maresuke Hirota, again, questionable third pitch, but decent options otherwise. Really, Revan, that's interesting. I usually find I have to refresh when switching from one pack stream to another, so I had to refresh my own stream when I came over here from Gorgo. Hachiro Kimura, I like the look of him. I question whether all of these pitches are going to develop, but that control, yeah, just slide the pitch around slider all the way to the right there, bud. Hiromasa Saito, if he falls to me, I think I'm going to put in for this guy. If I didn't just get Shunichi Kurosu, who's going to be a fantastic second baseman. I'd go for Yamamoto here. But I think what we're going to have to settle for is Issei Yokoyama here because that movement... Oh, just like refresh the page in your browser. DGOist. The hope and pray here is that you get this guy, you hope his stamina grows, and you pray that that stuff improves. So that's where I'm thinking. All right. The first overall selection goes to the Hanshin Tigers, who have been absolute plonk the last few years. They're wasting no time. They're taking the local boy, Den Tanaka, and he's probably going to start opening day for them. All right. Fighters going to take the next best player, Takayama, who's a fantastic-looking outfielder. I had my eye on Yaoyuki Kawamoto. Basically looks ready to play. He's going to do well for the Comets. Gorko, no need to patronize the guy. Come on. Ah, the Spirit took Yamamoto, the second baseman. Rats. All right, there's one of the pitchers I had my eye on, Fumio Akamine. He heads to the Bay Stars. Saito goes to the Lions. Yamasaki, who I also had shortlisted, heads to the Arrows, and he looks like a phenom. Latte takes Kimura. The Carp are going to take, I think this guy's fragile, which is why I didn't shortlist him. I mean, great pitch set already, but not to my liking. The Hawks taking Shimasaki. Kult taking Shisho Aoki. You got to pray that all those pitches develop, my man. Eagles taking Takahiro Ikeda. There's a run on pitching here. The Dragons go for a third baseman, Shigeo Matsubara. Clearly they have their eye on replacing Takaya Ishikawa. Here's Komatsu taking Hajime Nakamura, another guy I had shortlisted. Good three-pitch mix already. Yomiuri will take Sorai Fujimoto. Trident bat there. So we got a few options. Yokoyama is my preference. But let's see who these other guys are. Yuki Hirose. I don't like the range being lower than 60. We already have those guys. Oh, you're on mobile. Oh, that explains it, Ravan. Sorry. I'm desktop first when it comes to Twitch. Watanabe, no. Itsuki Yamanaka. Interesting option, but I don't think he plays on this club just yet. And this guy's a starter, apparently? Rikyo Asakura? Okay, but wait a minute. What if I move him to reliever? Oh. Oh, that is an arm. A wipeout right-handed slider. But let's see if he's going to fall to the second round. Back to the draft. Where's Rikyo? Okay, I already shortlisted him. Hideo Hashino. Could take him or leave him. Inoue. If I had to pick a shortstop, I might go for Inoue. Alright, so I'm going to regret this. We're going to take Issei Yokoyama with our first overall pick and pray that one of these other guys hangs on until round 2 when we draft again. Nope. Oishi is, but I wouldn't draft him at this point. So we go with Inoue. I feel like a shortstop may be the right call, so let's grab one of these two blokes. Alright, so Inoue has actually a worse bat. Yeah, Shigochio Watanabe looks like the better option. And is a better fielder. Like, why are we making this hard on me? Yeah, we're going to go with a Shigochio here. Alright, because it's the third round now, we have the back-to-back. We need some outfield depth. So let's go outfielders. Let's go my congeniality filter. So we got Shinichi Koide. Actually, that's a pretty solid bat profile. Yamada looks eh. We already have enough rangy first guys, so I don't really need to focus too much on Wakabayashi. We're going to go with Koike here. Feel like he could do well in the corners. All right. Oh, Wakabayashi's still available. Do we need him, though? I mean, once you get too far low in the draft, things look weird. Like, all the pitchers... Oh, it helps if I look at pitchers, not batters. I mean, Kenshiro Ito kinda can throw the ball. Wait a minute. I'm supposed to look up someone. What was his name? Nagisawa. Rats, the Comets got to him first. Because, yeah, he's a decent pitcher, but you take a look at the bat. That's a good bat. What round did they draft him in? The third. Okay, so I just forgot about this guy, and he went somewhere else. Oh, well. Yeah, very interesting profile on Yanagisawa, but I didn't get to him. The Comets did. I had scouted him as a potential option. You know, I was thinking about this earlier today as I was walking to the hairdresser. It's amazing how this game can instill such affection for players who don't exist. The first game I played, the first save I did in Out of the Park 18 or 19 was, yeah, it must have been 18, was with the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, and a fictional player by the name of Jeremy Brister won like 3 batting titles for me. I traded him away to Niigata Komatsu. He came back 5 years later and won a couple more batting titles. It was great. In the Hanshin Tigers franchise, which I posted about on one of the Discords I frequent, it was Kunji Watanabe, a reliever DH two-way guy. If I remember correctly, he had 44 home runs over his career, 8 of which were walk-off hits, 1 of which won a Japan series. If you follow my post on, you can see it on my on my Twitch profile. The Midori no Ya, the Shizuoka Arrows dynasty, Shigejiro Matsumoto led the league in strikeouts for 15 years and set the league record for most strikeouts by any pitcher. But in this save, I think we all know who the fictional player we all adore is. Like, there's no doubt about it. It's Oscar Bleepin' Munoz. Whom, if you missed the last session, we did extend 3 years at $3.9 million with a team option. Because I don't like giving guys term after age 36. But more importantly, he's a domestic player now. He doesn't count against the limit. Oh. I mean, you show me anyone else who puts up 10 wins above replacement and almost does it again. I don't care that he lied on his birth certificate. That's amazing. Oscar Bleepin' Munoz. All right. Focus, Tasuiji. We need a pitcher. Shuzo Hosokawa, borderline starter. Okay, I could work with that. We got any ground ballers in here still? Kaneshiro looks like the same kind of player I already have. Yeah, Mashiro's not the right option. Mizuno, no. Braden Patton. Alright, hold on. If he's coming through the NPB draft, he counts as a domestic player, so clearly this is someone like Kenta Bright or Richard Tsunagawa O'Brien, someone who must have gone to high school here or something. We do need more pitchers. I think I'm gonna go with Bunjiro Ono and pray that curveball develops. parents in the JET program. You laugh. You laugh. One of my best friends was an alternate language teacher over in Japan. How else do you think I got there in the first place? I went to go visit him. And the first NPB game we saw August 14th, 2013, Chiba Lotte Marines hosting the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, and that was the year they had Andrew Jones and they won the Japan series. He was the reason. That was the reason I became an NPB nerd, basically. Yeah, Ganba. There's only 10 rounds, keep in mind, Ganba. So the quality of players does a heavy nosedive after the first few rounds. Let's take Shinji Ochiai, because he has a chance at not being trash. Alright, so I feel like we've gotten better on the outfielder sitch. Let's see if there's any good catchers in the draft at this point. Okay, couple options in Tadanori Goto or Kikuichi Obata. I like Obata, so let's take him. I always draft a catcher. Oh, you were in ALT as well, Teddy. Awesome. My friend was stationed in Otsu, which is in the Kansai area. Whereabouts were you? You know, as a third base, that bat plays. I'm going to take Iwane Shimasaki, and I am immediately going to flip him around to third. I don't trust him at shortstop. Okay, onward. I think all my shortlisted guys have been picked up by now. Let me take a look. Yeah, Kei Tokunaga, I had my eye on him. He went second round. I forgot I had my eye on him. Oops. Let's remove all the... Alright, so Wakabayashi went to the Bay Stars. Friendly reminder, the Bay Stars are who we are going to be playing as next in this game. Or more accurately, over in Out of the Park 23 when it releases, as we change over to the Saturday Starlight. Oh, the Niigata-Nagano border. Neat! Alright. 8th round. We are scraping the barrel here. I think that would be my last drop as well that just came in. Yep, cool. So thank you to all of you for tagging along today. Usually I have a slightly smaller audience, so I appreciate you spending some time on your Saturday to hang out with me, and we'll get to some physical and virtual pack ripping in a few moments. Once we hit the deep off-season. All these guys. Any defense first, folks? Shichinosuke Sato? No. Arai might make something of himself. Let's get him just because we could always use more second basemen. Alright, who's my scout think we should get? Shima Bukuro. As if we don't have enough pitchers. Alright. Let's see. Why is this guy marked as a ground baller? I mean, yeah, his personality stinks, or as a reliever. I think we may have found our hidden gem here. Okay, maybe it's because he's not that good. I like him. Let's take Yuki Kubo. I think he can start. Vicarious, it is a lot of fun to do an NPB save. You got the foreign player limit. You have a smaller set of teams. There's only 12 teams, and 6 make the playoffs, so your odds are more or less pretty good every single year. And you can act like the smart one when you say, oh yes, Seiya Suzuki, I was aware of what he was capable of before he went to the insert MLB team here. I mean, we all know how awesome Yoshinobu Yamamoto is. I hope he gets posted and kicks ass. I can say ass on stream, right? Right? I hope I didn't just lose my PG rating. But yes, you can be ahead of the curve, and you too can be the know-it-all among your circle of friends. All right. Last round, last pick. Let's just go for the best bat on the market. Third baseman, whatever. Yeah, Katsushi Yamamoto, take you. All right. Let's see. Is there anyone in the minor leagues that we actually have to release because we have too many guys? That's the one issue I find with NPB saves is if you're not careful, you will end up having players just camp out on your minor league team and not develop. It's like we got Toshinori Toguchi here, who at age 27, I don't think he's going to get any better, so we're just going to let him find his own way. We do not need 23 pitchers, for example. And we need to let some guys develop here. Let's keep Yoshioka for another season. Hirokatsu Iguchi, I signed him, but I don't think he's going to make the big club. So let's cut our losses. I mean, ideally, and Fujioka's a free agent. Who else we got that's aged out yet? Egan has been trash. Miyamoto is due to leave. I think that's about it. Wow, Shigochio Watanabe goes right into the starting shortstop role. I like it. Way to go. I just have to find a team who can take Jun Nakamura. He's been killing it in the minors. But you're telling me I'm going to play this guy over Masuo Umeda? Or Jeets? Talk about fictional players who you've fallen in love with. I mean, yes, that contract is looking like a slight albatross, but 3-4-5 guy? Wait, we gave him a no-trade clause? We gave him a no-trade clause. Okay. Like we'd get rid of him. Alright. On to the arbitration hearings. Let's see who is going to be released. Best of luck, Gorgo. And best of luck to the Cincinnati Bungles. I mean Bengals. I tease. I have absolutely no skin in any NFL game whatsoever. I just watch too much Urinating Tree. Alright, ARB hearings. We don't have anyone. Yeah, we're releasing Fujioka and Shigeo Miyamoto. Egan and Kusano are both headed out to free agency. So are Mutsu Toshima, Takanibu Matsuda, Kyuji Tachibana, Soma Uchiyama, who played like absolute trash for us when we picked him up from the Hawks. Bunch of guys aging out of the minor leagues and are going to be fellow U-Tree connoisseur, I see. Yes, I keep wanting to do a Japanese version of Please come to our games for the Oryx Buffaloes, but I haven't been able to put together the time and headspace for that. Of course, that was before the Buffaloes in real life won the Pacific League pennant in 2021, so who knows, maybe more people will become fans. Alright, let's go looking through the garbage. Anyone here worth acquiring? Kenma retired, former Buffalo himself. No real mysteries. I mean, I hope Miyamoto ends up somewhere on the market. Good for him. Takiguchi is an interesting pick. He might be worthwhile as a backup catcher if Sukeiichi Miyamoto isn't our guy. Wow. The Spirit gave up on this guy? Alright. No real hidden gems as far as I can see, but Shohei Numata might be worth putting in an offer with. Yeah, Kusano's not thrilled with us right now. I know that. Old friend Nobuyuki Honda, former Buffalo, I think? No, he's always been a Tiger, my mistake. I'm thinking of someone else. What does he look like as a starter? Decent. Okay. Hisato Sonoda. The Eagles gave up on him? I will happily swoop in. If you're gonna do that, you gotta give me a 4th year. And you gotta take a haircut. Actually, you know what? Let's get him in the arbitration slot. Let's give him 600K and on a 1-year deal. And batters wise. Oh hey, Munetaka Murakami is back on the market. Thank you, Ganba. I just saw that. If I'm not mistaken, he won the MVP for the Central League in real life. Ishiguchi is going to ask for way too much money. Tamura, that bat is amazing, but I don't think he has a home here unless he's going to displace Jerry Lish. And to be honest, Jerry Lish costs less. All right, now that we've lost everyone from free agency, let's bring Sasaki and Gaines back into the team. So our starting rotation would be Yamamoto, Okuma, Gaines, Kawahara, Troyer, and Yonamine, with Sasaki moving back to the bullpen, which effectively, no, he's going to be part of the rotation. So we'll only need to call up like 1 or 2 guys from the arm barn. So let's give Sekiguchi and Sekimoto calls up. Once again, Waluigi remains in the closer role. Wah! I like our bullpen, I really do. Coy James is probably on the bubble because I feel like I can do more with that foreign player slot. Because we do have 1 slot open now that Munoz is considered domestic. Okay, let's call up Sukeiichi back, and he started his we started his time on the top squad. Juan Andreu is ready to come up to the bigs. Look at that batting profile. Gott in Himmel. So that's one of our foreign player slots taken. I think we still got to look at an improvement in left field. As much as I adore Captain Keiichi, he's more of a right fielder with that cannon arm, and right. Or we looked at trading Egawa, who really has been frustrating. It's one of like we've got to figure out a deal. We are allowed 1 trade. Let's not forget. All right, who else are we gonna call up at this point? I don't see any real options. Kazuya Ota is knocking on the door. let's go to the trading block. Let's take Shimamoto off it. Let's put Nakamura on it. And Asai. Wow, that is not a good shortstop. And Yonamine is sick with, oh no, flu-like symptoms. Oh no. He's got the Rona. So once the MLB enters free agency, and I think they just did. Let's see, any... Wow, Jae Myung to the Eagles. Solid option, but bit of a personality hole. I like that we've only lost 3 wins above replacement. The guys that we lost weren't that valuable. I mean, not shown there is Masafumi Kusano, who had an atrocious year. Why are you giving $1.4 million to a reliever? Seibu, what you doing? Oh, right. I gotta set my ticket price for next season. Let's go 1880. Packed the barn last year. We actually sold over capacity. Now, the problem is we only have one trade. And that one trade isn't available to us until next year. I like doing house rules here with the Stampede. And for the Starlight, the house rule is going to be the Bork rule. As in Ray Bork, who won a championship with the Avalanche after years of toiling with the Bruins. Whereby, at the trade deadline, we must acquire the player with the longest tenure without winning a championship. Hey, alright, we got Hisato Sonoda to help out in the arm barn. Or more accurately, just demote him. Yeah, put him on the 40-man, or in this case, the 70-man organizational roster, down to the minors. I think it'll be fun because that way you get the good stories like Norichika Aoki winning a Japan Series title for the first time in his lengthy career. Like what happened this season. Alright. Because I noticed Yukarin Kazami is in the chat, and because this is partially her to thank / blame, it's time for my hastily thrown together new segment entitled We Get Stuff in the Mail. And starting off is not what she sent me as a reward for her giveaway. It's something else I got in the mail. It is a Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles jersey. Someone who will remain anonymous sent me this around the holidays. It's a big upgrade over the one I had earlier. Like, it's got the Ganbaro Tohoku badge over here and the Rakuten badge here. And you will notice it's got a jersey number because on the back, it's Masahiro Tanaka. I am thrilled about that. Here, I wanted to show this off. I now have 3 NPB jerseys. I got a Hanshin Tigers one that I got for free by being a foreigner who went to a game. I got the Orcs Buffaloes one with Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the back, which is freaking amazing. And now, what I know Yukarin Kazami is eager for me to do, rip some physical cards. Starting things off, this was a giveaway that I entered on her stream. I won, even though I was no longer watching. I must have missed it or something. She reached out to me via Discord, and I just got these earlier this week. So, first off, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Looks like a modern Topps card. Very nice from the 2021 season. Ooh, this has to be for the, oh, hey, thank you for the follow, Yuka. This has to be from this season because it's Jose Berrios. I unfollowed you. Sorry about that. Okay, Luke Gregerson. That's a name. San Diego Padres. Back when they were still wearing the Navy togs. Let's see, this is a 2013 card, it looks like. Played in the World Baseball Classic. Very nice. Carlos Gomez of the Milwaukee Brewers from the Donruss set. 2015. Oh, the Christmas set. Oh, yeah, I see the snowflakes and ornaments and stuff. Very nice. Thank you, Yuka. And thank you for all of these. I really appreciate it. Hey, that's a signature for Ryan Glynn, Texas Rangers. Looks like he's a prospect. 1999. Played with Tulsa. Wonder if he ever made the bigs. Oh, let's get the music going again. Ah, Frenchie. Jeff Francoeur. Kansas City Royals. If I'm not mistaken, like he basically covered an entire division over his career. I still love his 9-3 putout and his relationship with the right stand fans. Iron legend David Fletcher. If I'm not mistaken, TJ Lauerman, That Sports Gamer, is a big fan of him as well, so thank you. Plays everywhere. I may have to get him in the Saturday Starlight. You know how much I love middle infielders who are pesky. Oh, now we're getting old. Cal Eldridge from the Brewers. 1994. League leader. Tied for the league lead in games started with Milwaukee. Solid little card there. Apologies for the reflection. My desk is seated directly in front of the window here. David Eckstein, former Blue Jay, one-time Blue Jay, but here he's photographed with the Cardinals. This is from 2006. They won the World Series that year, if memory serves correctly. We got a Chris DeMaria card shown here with the Brewers, but in Royals. Yeah, in 2006. Isn't that what I said? Oh, dish, right. Sorry, I may have scratched a raw wound there. My mistake. Everyone's got heartbreak. More action photos in PT23 for the old timers. I think, yeah, that's going to be the issue for the cards. For the old timers and the historicals. There's some serious licensing issues with the Alumni Association. Oh, all good, dish. And we got a double Davis. First off, it's Wade! Wade Davis, World Series champion Wade Davis. This was just when he got picked up from the Rays and started his first run with Kansas City. He was lights out of that bullpen, man. And here is American League Home Run Derby competitor Crush Davis. I remember at one point, must have been 2015, 2016, back when the Blue Jays were starting to build their lumber crew, I was really keen on them signing Chris Davis. Just to say, like, wow, imagine if we had him to go with the murderer's row of Jose Bautista and X, Y, and Z. But then, Encarnacion. He was a perfectly cromulent first baseman. And my favorite. Donruss 2021, Garrett Cole. Who did not win the Cy Young. Ha ha ha. Oh, we got one on the side. Is this the guy who threw with like an axe motion or axe throwing motion? Josh Colemanter? Yeah, the tomahawk thrower. So, righty pitcher throws from a lefty release point. Not sure if he's still in the game. For the San Diego Padres, Mike Clevenger, also a 2021 Donruss. I think I actually have the rest of this set, Yuka. This is Topps from 2020. Julius Chassin for the Brewers. Because if you go on the baseball subreddit, I posted it a couple times. Back in my old apartment, I had a makeshift standing board using baseball cards to indicate each of the teams and their standings listed in divisions. I think I might have had Josh Hader for the Brewers. I could never find a friggin' up-to-date Mariners card, so I had like the 2019 Ichiro there for 3 straight years. Topps Historical, Matt Carpenter. Very nice. I love the retro. Oh, the back it also looks retro. That's great. Oh, hey, this is a throwback. Chris Capuano. I remember that name. I remember some guys. And we finish with a pair of Juan Castillos. Don't you hate getting the same guy twice in the same pack? 87-88 from San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. So again, that was the first and possibly only appearance of this hastily thrown together segment. We get stuff in the mail. Thank you. Oh, crowd is not happy that we let QG leave. He goes to the Dragons. I think he'll do well for Chunichi. I mean, I know he's an Osaka boy. I know he's hometown, but... Oh, you read it there. DM Yuka on the Discord to get your own stuff in the mail. Speaking of stuff, QG is frustrating because I think he actually leaves the Buffaloes as the franchise leader in Ks per 9. And that includes his disastrous 2034. But he was decent in the bullpen, at least. Yeah, cards are fun, Veggie. We're going to rip some packs in Perfect Team later today, I promise. I'm going to try and push through here on the franchise mode until opening day. And I have to figure out what the heck I'm going to do for a starting lineup announcement for 2036. Because I keep getting copyright strikes on YouTube for using that song I'm using from The Who with all the vocals ripped out. Alright. I want to double check something. Let's go Buffalo's team history. Pitchers. Ks per 9. Ah, it's Matsuda who leads everyone. Like, we have 3 guys striking out more folks than Nomo. Akira Ishikawa, Kyuji Tachibana, and Takanibu Matsuda, who now heads to free agency. That's not a terrible deal. I just have a concern about giving, again, someone fragile that much money, or someone who's starting fragile. I'd much rather stick with our internal options at this point. Matsuda turned in a great season. He can go play for someone else. I thought this guy retired, or was he just becoming a free agent? Off to the Giants to try and win a title. Interesting bat there for Sumoto. Already some interesting signings. AJ Lewis to the Carp for 1 year. Brandon Vicens heads to the Tigers. We made our 1 signing so far. So I think it's still left field we got to look at for where to improve. Not that Noguchi's been bad. Lord knows. Yeah, Nomo's like 70 there. Wait. Not the real Tedio? Okay, we got some Spider-Man pointing meme stuff going on here between you two. So, at left field, we got Hashiguchi, who's a bit of a plug. Mashu Ishikawa, who cannot play the field, and really that's what I'm looking for, someone who can play the field. Kimoto, who is ostensibly a starting pitcher, but I wouldn't want to give that much money to someone who is just about to get wrecked. Sugahara Nishimoto looks like an interesting option. I mean, Lord knows he's got the contact bat. Batting title somewhere in there. Again, fragile. I'm not looking for fragile folk. Oh, hey, look, it's Owen Egan. Ha. Not signing him again. Colton Cowser. 4.6 million, and he's not going to say no. Sure, I'll pull up Josh Baez. We can't sign him. He doesn't want to talk to us. Big gap power. Bit of an issue with striking out. Looks like he blitted about the league from Marlins to Phillies to Rangers to Rays to Cubs to Red Sox. Putting up wins above replacement, but you compare him to someone we've already got in Masuo Umeda, and our guy strikes out less. And yeah. Wait, he's a two-way guy? I guess he is, but he hasn't pitched. Oh, he does pitch, but it doesn't look like it's consistently. It looks like he's left field first, as opposed to left field, or starting pitcher first. I know, I like two-way guys, and in the Saturday Starlight, I'm thinking I'm going to try and get as many of those as I can. Because the Central League, the real Central League, still has pitchers hit. So getting some guys who can slug as well as pitch, that's going to be really fun. Alright, I was looking at free agents. That's a no for me. No. Chris Hoberg. Okay, I could get behind picking him up. Especially as a righty masher. Whew! Alright, he wants $3 million. You know what, let me take a scouting report on him first. Make sure I know exactly what I'm getting into. Because I don't count too much, I don't rely too much on home run power, for better or worse, with my guys. There's Hudson Head. Questionable. This guy is just a straight doubles masher. Braylon Lendway. Nice name, too. Hey, look, it's our old friend Stephen Kwan. Shimura, no. Kamigawa. Yeesh, not with that avoid case. I mean, I guess we could try and call up Kazuya Ota. Because he will strike out a lot, but he will mash like crazy. So I'm going to keep my eye on Hoberg as an option. Are there any decent relievers out there, or pitchers? Okay, I know Kusano. Yeah, whatever. Ledesma and Diosmerki Taveras. That's a no for me on both. Let's look at the youngsters and see if there's any young arms we can pick up. Shimabukuro, Chris Pope. You thought Endo looked interesting? I guess that changeup's not going to develop, and if he wants a major league contract, I think our arm barn's a little full. You know what though? Give him a shot. If you say so, Dish, we'll put in for him. Which means you're to blame if something goes wrong. Yeah, the change oof. I remember that from your stream. Oh, that's such a great term. I have to remember to use it more often. What am I looking for here? Let's see if there's any decent catchers out on the market, come to think about it. Drew Romo's on the market. Takayama would be peeved if we tried to replace him, but he is out there. Banfield, Aguilar, Blankenship. Wait, I know what we need. We need some more captains on this roster. And Lord knows, catchers are often captains. Yeah, Yamanaka was already with our club. Let's choose all players and filter on Japanese. Are there any captains we haven't signed yet? As soon as I put him in the bullpen, he's not going to be a captain anymore, but it's an impressive resume. Let's get Shugo here. Oh, he's a Type A free agent? Ooh, yeah. I don't want to pay cash contributions to the Bay Stars for signing him. I like Eisuke here. Yeah, minor league deal? Absolutely. Because, I mean, Noguchi is fast as all get out. 55 stolen bases is the most we've had in a while. Alright. They want us... They want Adachi? For Shimauchi and Noda. That's a fantastic deal! But I can't do it because it's not 2036 yet. So I'm gonna screenshot this one. I said I'm going to screenshot this one. There. I'm gonna hang on to this. I'm gonna see if I can do this deal next season. Alright. Trade going on. Comets and Marines. Marines pick up Sota Ikea and cash for Ryo Enomoto and Ryuma Yamamoto. Strange deal, but whatevs. I mean, I've been looking to offload Adachi, he's a frustrating player because he's like Ben Revere. He will knock the piss out of the ball, but that's all you're going to get. Just slappy singles. If you take a look at his top team performance, I mean, yeah, he batted .376, but only like 9 walks, 8 doubles, no dingers. Not worth keeping. And that's someone who really likes avoid K's in contact. Wow, Comets have been busy. Fuyuhiko Yano to the Dragons. Interesting option. And Taro Tsuchiya also heading good prospect at third base for Tokuyuki Kosaka. They're going with the arm barn approach. They're getting a lot of guys, clearly. All right, so here's Hogberg. I love the speed. Personality worries me. But if you're up at MLB, batting .388 in limited appearances, I just worried about, like, will he show up as a negative personality type? I think I'll skip on Hohenberg for now. All right, Ace K Ono heads to the minors, and oops, he's available in the Rule 5 draft, which I forgot is coming up. That's on me. Forgot I instituted this Rule 5 draft, and I keep getting bitten by it. So as you sit here, noticing that we beat the Giants again, I did a little bit of research in between streams, and of the 11 championships we've won, 7 have been against the Yomiuri Giants. We won them. Let me pull this up quickly. We went sweep, 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 4-2, 4-2, 4-2, and then this year where they almost beat us, but we finished it off and we won 4-3. Is there anyone I actually want to get in this? Anyone who I put on the 40 men? Maybe Shinji here? Maybe. Maybe Fuji here as a first baseman. Provided that avoid K works out. Like, the 93 top prospect is somehow on the Rule 5 draft board. Did he go already? No, he didn't. I feel like there's... Hey, former Buffalo Yamato Hirano is back in the league with the Carp. Two-way guy with an amazing mustache. Kyoshi Miyatake. Interesting profile. And fantastic stash, I must say. So Elijah Hawley with the arrows. Outfielder. I'm not sure if that bat's going to finish developing. We already have someone like this. His name is Masuo Umeda. I think Fuji might actually be the best option here. Yeah, we're going to take someone in the Rule 5 for once. And we're going to skip the rest. Oh, hey, Dave. Yes, it was an amazing stash. And he goes from the Spirit to the Marines. Shinji Kaneshiro. So the Marines picked up 2 guys, the Bay Stars picked up 2 guys, and we, for once, pick up 1. Let's give him a shot with the big club. I mean, Lord knows Moritake Sato has been frustrating enough as is. I don't think we lost anyone else, which is good. Junsuke Sato gets a deal with the Dragons. Elijah Hamill, good Canadian kid, back to the Lions. Tyler Austin is still playing baseball. At age 44, he heads to the Bears. Tyler Austin will not die. I mean, at age 42, he put up 3.6 wins above replacement. 29 bombs. Julio Franco, eat your heart out. Okay, we got our first 2 stupid deals. Of course, they're both from the Fighters. Tadakuni Nakagawa, just short of $1 million for 7 years. For this? Okay, durable. Okay, that kind of makes sense. The Spirit could have had this guy. Oh, he had a bad year last year. So you're hoping that he bounces back to form, gets his batting average back to 300. And the other stupid deal? Tsugunao Kawakami, $2 million a year for 5 years. Fighters! What you doing? Yuki Sato stays with the Eagles for 1 more year. At age 37. Good work, Yuke. Kota Inoue, King Kota, heads to the Fighters as well. 3 years, $1 million per. Oscar Colas, who rumor has it may actually be picked up by the real life White Sox, to the Lions for a year. Free agent market's been moving. I've been impressed. Okay. Tamura wants 7.8 million. I don't see him as an improvement over my current set, but okay, yeah, the Arrows can give him that money. I want the expansion teams to do better than they're doing. I really do. Hey, remember when Kaoru Higashi was a flamethrower with no movement? Looks like I got old double duty here. Managed to adjust his pitching performance. 315 saves. Yeah, he's one of the best in the biz. The Mei Kyukai is calling for him. And it looks like he wants to come home, too. But no can do. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Boobly, for when it's too early in the day for beer. Okay, that's a last name. Shunk. Alright, we got Shigemi Endo. Wearing number 46. Aaron Shunk. 2.72 million to man second and third for the Bay Stars. Reminds me of Umeda in his batting profile, so I'm okay with that. Carlos Colmenares heads to the Marines. From the Comets to the Marines to the Carp, back to the Marines. I mean, he's a fantastic shortstop, don't get me wrong. But injury risk. Giant red flag injury risks. Alright, let's get to the new year so we can unlock our trade. And upon review, like, Tomohiro Noda may not be that valuable. If anything, it may not be a Adachi we'd move, and maybe it might be Egawa instead, so that way Noguchi could take over right full time. We currently sit 8th in payroll. Ha. Yeah, not worth trading for. We have plenty of guys exactly like that. So never mind how I screenshotted that deal. I'm not going to do it. Kimura to the Marines. Fumiya Ono to the Arrows. Sao to the Arrows. Gunji to the Swallows. Another stupid deal. Shinya Taguchi to the Comets. 3 years. Okay, no, that's not a stupid deal. That's a very clever one for the Comets. Iron Man injury proneness. Taguchi looks like the right move for the Comets to actually be realistic. Free agent market's been seeing a lot of movement. Kyohei Ueno, Hanshin, buddy. What are you doing? Oh no. Tamada to the Arrows, 3.35 million. That actually is a really good deal for the Arrows. Give credit where credit is due. The club is slowly trying to improve from the infield out. Pitching is still absolute plonk, but getting better with Muranaka. Yeah, getting better. I think I clued into where we can improve. Let's get a proper foreign connection middle infield. Okay, not Holcomb. What about Antonio Anderson? Ooh, fragile. No, thank you. Lovely stats, though. Jim Bockhorn. Okay, Jim Bockhorn is cheap. 70 range. Already great as a shortstop. Only 26. You guys remember Manny Guzman, right? Right? Why not? I'm not saying that name out loud. I'm sorry. Mr. Hunt? Not happening. No, not that Alex Rodriguez. This Alex Rodriguez. Jimmy Zuniga. Jimmy Z. Okay, this is a tough call then. Do we go... I know, it's a great name. So we got between Bockhorn and Zuniga. Jimmy Z looks like a Jerry Lish type bat. The range isn't as good, but the error and double play are better. Problem is, Zuniga is going to be more expensive. And Bockhorn is a lefty bat. Oh yeah, he's trash against righties. I think we check in on Jimmy Z. So we got Jerry D and Jimmy Z. And then we move him over to shortstop. Not interested. Okay. So much for that necessary comparison. Mac Horvath, captain. But not much better in terms... Okay. This might be a worthwhile pickup. Mac the Knife. All right. Better bat than Iwata, for sure. Not as good defensively, but the range is still the same. Then we got Moritake Sato. I think we may actually go sign Jim Bockhorn. He's only asking for $750K. Oh, you stopped playing out of the park? Sorry to hear that, man. Just got too much for you? So, I know it's not the ideal middle infield, but two guys with 70 range? Yeah. Come on, Jim. Jim Bockhorn. And my music ran out. Flip over to this one. Because even rated at 50, I feel like he'll be a better batter than Iwata or Sato. I have this sense. Because those guys still only have 60 infield range. Munoz has 70. Bockhorn has 70 as well. Rivercard 74. Thank you for the follow. As usual, no one got elected to the Hall of Fame. Kel Supris. Fukudome misses it. Oh, that stinks. Asamura. Maru. Both are close. Alright, hold on a moment. I gotta fix something. Now that I'm wearing him on my back... Go to the registers. I have to include Masahiro Tanaka. 2013 Sawamura Award, PL MVP, 3 wins, 2.33 ERA. I'll fix the formatting later, but yeah, Tanaka definitely deserves his number retired. And so too will have Yoshinobu Yamamoto. We actually have the most numbers retired out of anyone in the league right now. Marines don't have anyone. Dragons only got 2 guys. Hawks just retired Yuki Nagita. Shu Masada gets his number 33 hung up. This happened just at the end of last season. perpetual thorn in our side, and at one point we considered him as a trade target. Only leading the Pacific League in home runs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Only. Probably a Hall of Fame candidate. I mean, 10 wins above replacement. Yeah. Never won a title, though. Never won a title. So that would be a perfect candidate for the Bork rule. Shu, in this case. I should have picked him up instead of Kawahata, because I was trading with the Hawks last season. I had a chance. All right, no one for Tigers. Seiya Suzuki gets his digit retired by the Carp. Good for him. I mean, he had a lot of seasons with the Carp, but arguably he got, he got 7 rings with us. Let's be real. Just casually putting up 6.6 wins above replacement in his age 35 season. Good that his digit got retired by the Carp, though. That was the right move. No one for any of the expansion franchises. Tomoya Mori gets number 10 for the Lions. Tetsuto Yamada for the Swallows. Right move. 394 bombs. He hit 400 on the nose. He retired as soon as he got number 400 with the Lions. It's the Matt Sundin playing for Vancouver. It's the Daniel Alfredson playing for Detroit. It's the Mike Modano playing for Detroit. You're like, why can you just finish it out with one franchise, man? Come on. Yoshi Tsutsugo gets his digits retired. Why number 28, though? He never wore 28 with you guys. What number did he wear with the Bay Stars? 55, I think, or was it 25? It was 25. So we are going to just make a slight correction here. Cough, cough. Cut, save, unretire, retire number 25. Paste, save. There. Fixed it! And Okamoto gets his number 25 raised to the rafters for the Kyojin. Interesting, Hayato Sakamoto didn't get his number retired. I wonder what happened to him. Anyways, preseason. Let's see if we get Bachman as well. Bachman turnover overdrive? No. Still can't believe Morishita won the batting title in his rookie year by a fraction of a batting percent. Okay, interesting signings going down here. Let's hop back to the offseason. Mike Underwood goes from the Fighters to the Dragons. $4.24 million. Wowza. Luis Diaz. Potent power bat, age 39. He's going to join the Carp too. So, Your Honor, question. What the hell? Is the plan for one of these guys to DH and the other to play first base? Oh, sorry, right. Underwood went to the Dragons. Colton Cowser to the Carp. I remember I was checking in on him. I guess our missive got his attention. Bears dropping bank on pitchers. Nobuhito Sakata, $3 million for 4 years. Shinji Matsuda, $3 million for 2 years. Old friend Norihiko Tanaka to the Giants for 1 year. Old friend Kaoru Higashi to the Comets. Mashu Ishikawa to the Comets. Motoya Nakamura to the Comets. Wow. How much money did Ehime spend this offseason? And they're still 8th in payroll. Comparatively, we are 9th. I just don't feel the need to go out and sign free agents when we've got clearly better options already playing on the club. Keep looking back at Hoburg. Or Hudson Head. That would require us putting Coy James down in the minors, but I'm not opposed to the idea. Ooh. Okay, Dave Gold maybe? Nah, it doesn't look like he figured it out. Okay, maybe though. Dave Gold versus Hudson Head. Let's think about this. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to go with Dave Gold. All right, not 3.2 million. Let's go 2.7. That'll fix the left field issue we have and free up some guys for a potential trade. Guys like Adachi or Egawa. I should check to see if we have any coaching openings. I keep forgetting. All right, Bockhorn favors the offer. All right, scouting. Sorry, personnel. Nope, everyone's still here. Jose Castorena. Wow, that's a Woo. That's a batter. And he's even got a Japanese nickname, Ushi Wakamaru. Oh, they're going to love him over in Hokkaido. Also, 4.56 million. Where the heck are people getting these money from? It's because we turned on revenue sharing, isn't it? All right, Bockhorn is taking his sweet time. I mean, at age 27, it is a big deal for him. And there we go. Jimbo. Our new starting shortstop. Yeah, you're not going to get 36. That's Noguchi's digits. Is 25 available? No, all right. Stick with, actually, you know what? Yeah, take 26. Takanibu Matsuda to the Bay Stars. 4 years, 2.4 mil. Decent deal. I mean, part of the reason why I'm gun-shy about offering a left fielder a reasonable deal is because what happened to the last one we got, Owen Egan? Hit home runs early and then tore his Achilles and was out for the rest of the season. Not fun. Okay, Dave Gold says, quite an offer. If he comes, we're going to nickname him Keen, because that's gold in Japanese. It's not that I hate them, it's just that it's tricky to find guys who fit the profile that I look for in my team. All right, so schedule-wise, are we opening at home this season? Yes, we will have opening day at home against the Cebu Lions. Interleague time, we will be in June. We're visiting Tokyo, the Swallows and the Dragons, hosting the Arrows and Bay Stars, visiting the Carp, hosting the Giants, hosting the Tigers in the Kansai Classic, and then heading off to Shikoku to take on the Comets. Dave Gold is now an Orcs Buffalo. Yeah, I'm okay with giving him number 15. Yep. Putting him as a DH over Umeda is an interesting call, but I'm okay with that. At least for now. We are going to absolutely murder left-handed batters, just like straight up demolish. All right, so if anything, it's Adachi who's going to head down to the minors to make room. And what I might do is I might flip Noguchi back to right. Yes, I like that. Gold in left, Noguchi in right where he's got that cannon arm, and then Umeda DHing. I mean, this is the problem. I've got these two guys in Egawa and Adachi, or in Egawa and Noguchi. There's clear platoon splits, but they're otherwise basically the same guy. It's just that Noguchi is this team's captain, so I feel bad about leaving him on the bench. Noguchi also only has this year and then a team option, and Egawa only has next year, so finding new outfielders is probably the right call. Dave Gold is just a stopover anyway. A 1-year prove-it deal. Also, temporarily, we have too many foreigners on the roster. Ha ha. All right, let's fix that. Coy James heads down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still have too many foreigners on the roster. Oops. I guess Andreu is gonna not be with the big club just yet. I mean, he's only 19. I may have found like an end run around the rule set there, but we'll see. So like I said, we're going to get to opening day and we're going to stop in the franchise mode. We're going to flip over to Perfect Team, see what's going on there. And then at around 3, DishNet 34 is going to be streaming a Japanese-made baseball game that had like 1 or 2 American editions. It's MLB Power Pros, or Power Puro to those in the know. He's going to be starting around 3 Eastern. We're going to go raid him if we finish up early. If not, if we finish on time at 4 o'clock, we're going to raid the official Out of the Park Developments channel, AZ Axel, and the Backyard Project. Any word from... All right, we got gold. Right, I forgot. Ooh, tough go for Utagawa. Toshio Kimoto heads to the Hawks. Shoji Tamura to the Fighters on a cheap deal. There's our guy, Dave Gold. The Carp lost 14.3 wins above replacement. Ooh, boy, that smarts. Sakata's still on the market, but Taguchi heads to the Comets. He sends to the Tigers at age 40. So too goes Yoshida. We added 5 players, none of whom have wins above replacement in the majors. Okay, and we are also going to be force benching Bockhorn. I mean, defense is good, not at the expense of a competent batter. So it might be Moritake Sato who heads down, because he's just been bad at every single chance we've thrown at him. I think we're going to return Fuji back to the Bay Stars. Didn't make sense to keep him. Because I like this, how we've got this set up. The team is a little slower now. But I like the platoon between Bockhorn and Iwata. I like the platoon between Jitsuo and Umeda. But of course, we'll see who wins what job in spring training. Hope everyone's Saturday is going swimmingly as we continue to plow through the deep off season here. Ah, spring training. Alright, so let's call up some folks. No, don't DFA Koi. This may be a last chance for Jun Nakamura to really impress us before we send him on his merry way out of the team. All right, let's put Sasaki back on the injured reserve. Elbow ligament reconstruction surgery. Yikes. Andrew's not ready to come up yet. I'm peeved that Akio Morishita still isn't ready to come up with a big club. Like, figure it out, dude. We're waiting on you. And let's call up as our last guy. So this is the guy who is basically our second baseman once Munoz departs in Shunichi Kurosu. We drafted him as an outfielder, but I think he serves us better as a second baseman. All right, let's get rid of some forced starts here. We'll redo all these once we're done the season, or once we're done this. Ah, man, Troyer stopped being good. Depending on how well this season goes, this may be Dez's last as a Buffalo. He's been getting worse every single year. And I can definitely do better with that foreign player slot. Remember when I thought Troyer was going to be the better of the two? I mean, Gaines still has to figure out that changeup, and soon. Age 29, and it's still 25 out of 55. But he gets results. Yonamine, who is probably bound for free agency, not getting an extension. Kusano is still sitting out on the open market. Ha 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 ha. So too is Mutsutoshima. Do we give Takahisa Hayakawa a look? No. Alright, Kusano to the Dodgers. You know what? Good for him. Good for him. I can't give Yamamoto a spot on this team. Not over Lish. Alright, so cuts days are March 12th and March 25th. So let's skip to those. Fingers crossed we managed to get through spring training without any grievous injuries, gang. Of course it's Yamauchi. It's always Yamauchi. Sprained ankle out for 2 months. The phrase God's mistake comes to mind. Takayoshi Yamamura heads back to where it all began, the Seibu Lions, 11.52 million. Oh no, wait, Okuma, is that Takao? Not Shinjiro, okay, thank goodness not our Okuma. Did Cub get taken out for the season? 3-year, 11.52 million. Good for Takayoshi. That's going to be a fun homecoming. Man, the Lions are going to be trouble next season. Oh no. Our former captain, Takao Okuma, torn ACL, out for season. The Carp What are you going to do? All right, cuts day, cuts day. Let's take care of the easy ones. Akio Marishita still isn't ready for the bigs, and that worries me. We only have 16 pitchers now. I mean, credit where credit is due. The bullpen looks absolutely lights out. Endo looks like he's been solid. Honda's come in and filled a role fantastically. Tanimoto still doesn't know where his pitches are going, but he throws them so well. Thank you for the follow, Von Wilhelm. Alright, so we got 3 catchers, 3 first basemen. That's fine. 3 second base. 3rd. Too many shortstops. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Demote. Kondo and Asai. Demote. So it's between Bockhorn, Iwata, who's having a terrible spring training, and Sato, who is not having a terrible spring training. Okay. Looks like someone's won the starting job. Adachi is having a bad one. Nakamura doesn't get enough playtime. Ota needs more bombs. Doesn't look like any of the left fielders are really running away with it. So let's send June down. Center fielders. We have too many center fielders. So we'll be running with Kushiken, Taguchi, Takeuchi for now. And then at right field, Egawa, Noguchi, Umeda. It's possible Bockhorn doesn't make the roster. I mean, he had a good... He's not doing too poorly. But if Bockhorn doesn't make it, then Juan Andreu's up. Like, that's where we're at, folks. All right, next cut day is the 25th. Ah yes, just like everyone predicted, our catcher Katsumi Hatakayama with the highest qualified batting average. Naturally. Owen Egan to the Blue Jays. I forgot we had him. Forgot he was still considered part of our team. He only played in 6 games. He only hit for extra bases. 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 4 hits. But that stupid Achilles tendon. At least we got Juan Andreu more or less ready to go, knocking on the door. And Jose Morales is over at our international compound. He's looking like he could be a valuable contributor to this club in the future as well. A lot of people leaving the season early. Waluigi with 23 strikeouts. You know what? I'm curious. Let's check in on our old friend Ryo Ota. Oh, 5 home runs in spring training, of course. Wrecked injury status, but when he's available, he's fantastic. 2.7 wins above replacement in only 63 games. The Phenom is still phenomenal, even if he's not stealing as many. He hasn't been caught stealing in 4 seasons. Excuse me. Still popped off a 2020 season last year. Oh, if only you stayed healthy, Ryo. If only. We're probably still going to have to face the Giants in the Japan series. Like, who are we kidding? You know, it may be Troyer who heads down to make way for Juan Andreu. We'll see. Okay, bullpen's starting to get beat up a little bit. I'm okay with not cutting anyone at this point. Let's see where they all end up. All right. Catchers. Yeah, Tsukaichi hasn't been doing so hot. I think we're going to give Doi a chance here. We got to keep both Morishita and Onizuka because, of course, we do. Kurosu not quite ready for prime time, so back down to the farm you go. Kondo hasn't gotten into any games. Jerry Lish is tearing the cover off the ball. So let's send down Kondo. And let's send down Suzuki as well. Actually, no, let's keep him. All right, shortstops. Bockhorn, Iwata, Sato. So far looking the best of the bunch. I'm willing to give these guys one more week to figure out who's actually got the starting job. Ota's not ready yet. Back down to the farm you go. Center fielders. They're all doing pretty well. Let's keep those guys up. All right, and then Egawa, Noguchi. Ooh, it's Umeda who's not looking so hot. Let's give these guys a little bit more time to straighten it out. It's funny, the Arrows spent all that money, the Comets spent all that money. Why would you do that when the Giants are still mid-partial dynasty? I say partial dynasty because it can't be a real dynasty because they can't win the title. They've only won it once in the last decade because we keep winning it. I assure you, trying to do this with the Yokohama DNA Bay Stars will not be so lucky. Naoichi Nishiguchi went to the Comets after all. Good for him. A lot of early predictions. All right, we made it to the end of spring training. I'm curious to see who the preseason rankings are going to say is going to be. Alright, so Sonoda's getting some decent ratings. He'll be firing out of the bullpen down in the minors. Yokoyama's speed and stuff went up. Alright, that's exactly what I wanted to see. Come on, Issei. Come through for me. Morishita, still not ready. Okay, Juan Andreu is slashing that in the minors already. He's going to come up again this season. I'm positive of it. Toichi Morishita. That's it. That's the tweet. Noguchi seeing a power boost. Okay. Takeuchi at age 24 seems like he's rounding into form nicely. Brandon Whitefield back to the Lions. Or sorry, to the Lions. Okay. Troyer is going to have an exceedingly short leash. Do we have anyone else who can be a starter? No, our minor league system is absolutely trashed right now. Did I let too many guys go? I may have let too many guys go. Alright. So it's going to be Shimamoto who heads down. And Yoshioka who heads down. There's our bullpen. Troyer has an incredibly short leash. I'm so glad we extended Kawahara another year. He's exactly the kind of a guy we want to have. Kazutomo Suzuki down to the minors. Alright. Backhorn. Okay, yeah, Iwata heads down to the minors. It wasn't sustainable after all. I mean, he's also under contract for quite a while, so I don't mind sending him down to the minors. So we got Moritake Sato, who's going to be our backup infielder. Problem is, means neither of these guys are that good against lefties. Which means we may see Akio Kojima in at shortstop. Interesting. I don't think I agree with that, but... for now, let's let Backhorn run it out. Against both sides. Yeah, Adachi is... whoa! Adachi demoted. There's Dave Gold. Taguchi's having a rough start to the season. Yeah, of the options, I think it's going to be Takeuchi who heads back down to the minors. So there's our lineup. Absolute murderer's row. And we'll see if Masuo Umeda falls flat. Short leash. I mean, he was worth 2.5 wins above replacement last year, but we've also got Gushiken, who seems ready to roll. And against righties, the only issue is Bockhorn, but he seemed to do okay. And we've got Moritake Sato available right behind him, just in case. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. I am curious to see what the predictions say. And then we're going to flip over to Perfect Team for the last however long we've got on this session. Brady House to the Diamondbacks. Okay. Jose Morales, top prospect in base, earned NPB. Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. Juan Andreu, number 4. He looks like he's going to be putting up good numbers. Solid looking team we got here, folks. It'll be even better once Daiki Sasaki comes back from injury. Oh shoot, I forgot to check the preseason predictions. Oh well. I'm actually going to take this opportunity to take a short break. We'll be right back, folks, with some Perfect Team. All right, first team we are loading up is the Barrett's Privateers. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. The Privateers are hanging on for dear life in silver last I looked. And hopefully we've been able to get some extra perfect points so that we can be closer to... Oh, it looks like Perfect Team is stuck, so I'm going to have to close and reopen. OOTP. It is loading. Oh, yes, we have enough money now. Nice. We're going to get to some pack ripping today for sure. Wow, a 12-run comeback. We put up 10 runs in the ninth. What on earth happened? Holy... I've never seen that before. And Bunk Congleton walks it off. Seven runs, one earned. Honus, Beckley, and Charleston all with errors. Oh, man, that must have been a fun one. You know what? We're going to watch the highlights from this. I don't do this often, but we gotta watch the highlights of this. So let's skip to the ninth inning. So it's 12-3. Jay Clark strikes out with Lloyd Mosby at second. Or Tony Fernandez at second, Lloyd Mosby at first. Vladimir Guerrero walks. This brings up Bunk Congleton. Puts out a single. Pots a pair of runs. Freddie Freeman now. Past the first baseman. Couple more runs. (12-8) now, bases loaded again. Lloyd Mosby tees off for a game-tying grand slam. That's hysterical. Excuse me a moment. I think it was the top of the 13th where... Oh, I guess not. Let's close out the rest of the game. We don't need to see how this one finished. We're in the 14th. Walk, double, walk, strikeout, ground out, walk, single, walk, single, walk, walk, grand slam. And then in the bottom of the 14th, walk, error, sack bunt, fly out, Bunk with a bomb. I have never gotten as big of a comeback as I just did in that game. All right, so we are this close to finishing Franchise Heroes 3. So do we go with Logan Forsythe for $9,000 or grid check for... Okay, guess we're going for the $9,000 option, Logan Forsythe. Thank you, sir. Submit. Franchise Heroes 3. Got him. And we are going to put up a stream special Open bid, 20 grand. Available for 1 hour. Actually, no, let's make it 3 hours. You have no idea how hard it is to have Bryce Harper and Juan Soto selects on your bench and you can't use them because they're not appropriate for your theme. And why did I sell that Gary Carter? Because we already have a Gary Carter. Really, at this point, the only thing I'm looking for is a Tip O'Neill or that Magic Johnny Mize. Or if someone is willing to finally sell me a Russell Martin card. Yeah, fat chance that happens. All right, pack ripping, commence! I forgot to mention, the Privateers won a Bronze Series last week against a team that had like multiple, that wasn't a theme team. I was really proud of that. I'm proud of the boys, put in a lot of good effort. All right, Joe Heaving. Heave away. Tom Timmerman. Not a Canadian. So onto the auction block you go. Smiling Stiffs on this one. A lot of nope. Silver Ryan Thompson of the Rays. Nope. All right, here's the 2 diamond packs that I got from completing Franchise Heroes 3 for Washington. Diamond pack 1, it's Corey Seager. Well, that's 4 more packs at least. Diamond pack number 2, Willie Mitchell. I'm pretty sure I need this guy on my other account for the Jake PV mission. So I can't transfer. Let's go 9 grand. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. And Canadian Mike Soroka, whom we already have. So let's check our dupes. Quick sell all these bad boys. Buy more packs. If nothing else, this has been good for fleshing out more onto the auction house. Nope. Ooh, good golf pack though. Hey, it's Juan Castillo, the guy from my actual physical cards. I just noticed that. Oh, that's game. You tease. I see what you're doing. All right, well, the remaining of the packs have been icy, frosty, cold. Quick sell all the dupes. I don't think the Privateers have anyone else that we can get. Basically, we're in packs only mode on that save until we get either Tip O'Neill or Johnny Mize. Now, there are more Bobs out there that I don't have access to. The problem is they are too expensive, and I don't have the pointage for it. But the Bobs are leading the Central Division. Team's been good. Bob Musel's definitely helping with the absolute lumber crew we've put together. Did I goose? Yeah, I goosed home runs in the ballpark. That's why. What I should do is nerf it for lefties because we don't have too many lefties. Dewar's been doing a great job as a DH over Carruthers for once. Bullpen isn't even that bad. It's a nice change. Yeah, the remaining Bobs are not Bobs that I'm rushing out to get. Lord knows we could use more pitching, so the Bob Moose might be somewhere on the market. But we are going to rip packs here as well. We've already had 2 members of the stream team rip open Johnny Mize's. Skep got his way earlier today, and Ganba Magus picked his up earlier this morning. Grady Hatton, one of 2 silvers in this pack. You know, I'll keep that. I could complete a Tex Houston mission and get some more packs. Johnny Cueto. Harold Baines, Build a Legend. That's another pack. Brandon Dixon, former Oryx Buffalo. JT Real Muto. I'll keep him. Selects Jim Longborg. Team Mission Boston. Let's get that up on the auction house. The Stange. A whole bunch of live cards that we're plowing through. Okay, Josh Hader. And Bert Niehoff. All right, Hader's a dupe. Okay, so we can list him for 1,200. Remember correctly? Yeah, Bert was one of my early options or players over on my mainline club. There's a Bob Dillinger. No Bobs here. All right, so far the Willie Mitchell has turned out to be the best pickup of the bunch. Let's lock in Harold Baines. Let's lock in some Davids. Get the David pack. Let's see if we can find a cheap silver to finish up the Tex Houston mission. Does this hit multiple missions? Oh, okay, the Johnny. My theme next year is, as far as I know, it's still going to be the British Imperials. But a Johnny-based team, like the Johnsonville Johns or something like that, that could be a fun one. Submit that. We're up to 4 packs now. Let's see what they got. Nice name, Whammy Douglas, but not a heck of a lot here. Kyle Isbell, Bronze Legend. Anthony Rendon, live gold card. I don't think we have him. No, we don't. Alright, so the Bobs have atrocious luck with packs today. We're going to go to the Centurions, and then we're going to check out the St. Louis du Ha-Ha Jokers. Our packs only team. Don't you love it when you typo your password multiple times? Alright, I have exactly enough points to get 4 packs. For the Epcot Centurions. And the Centurions are in a rough shape, folks. 2 games out of a relegation spot. I suspect what happened is I tried to futz around with the ballpark and I screwed myself. So, especially since the team's better on the road than at home, I'm going to reset my ballpark factors back to normal for next week. That's all I can do. All right, Lee Hendricks. Primary bronze there. Or gold, I should say. So he goes up onto the auction house. Danny Duffy, lead silver. All right, one more pack on this one. Then we're going to flip over to the Jokers. Nick Allen, future legend. Hey now. All right, I'm going to hang on to you. And let's go 1,000 open auction there. Why not? Why not? Well, that was a bit of a bust. We're going to have 14 packs on the St. Louis du Ha-Ha Jokers, who got absolutely rinsed in silver, which makes sense, but have come back to bronze and are doing okay. Dark Dash, thank you for the follow. Also, I missed this, but Den99 Vov 36, thank you for the follow. Ooh. Smokey Joe Williams pitching a one-hitter. Yeah, I think it's safe to say we're doing pretty good. 3 straight corner painters and Wynn, Young, and Smokey Joe. Get strikeout happy, folks. All right, 14 packs. Allons-y. Nope. All right, double silver. Pete Alonso, who is a duplicate, and Alex Colomé, who is a duplicate. Wow, what are the odds? Gene, I can say that last name. Crap. Another duplicate. All the silvers I got today so far for this team are duplicates. What is going on here? That's the second Wayne Skier I've drawn today. Spencer Patton. Jameson Taillon, Pitcher of the Month. Another duplicate silver. Packs. Guys. I thank you for delivering these on my Packs Only team, but I already got them. Eric Show. I remember him being fantastic in PT21. And that's another mission complete. Pedro Guerrero. Hey, Trevor Rogers for the Miami Marlins. That's a new one. Cody Whitley contributing to the Cardinals. Bronze legend Andrelton Simmons. Who needs Bronzy? We got Andrel Bronze. That doesn't work. So the good news is Colomé goes for mucho pointo, so sell them at a discount. Crap as well. And the rest of these back into the spin cycle. 2 more packs. Pedro Guerrero Silver Mission. Thank you. We're up to 4 more packs. Fingers crossed, gang. There's a lot of stuff that we're just waiting on to come in. Nope. I actually had to run Joey Wendell up the middle at one point. Thankfully, we're not completely stoned on the historical side, but sadly, no Johnny Mize, no Tip O'Neill, no Bobby anything. And that will about do it for today's session. That covers all that I wanted to take care of. Next week, Saturday, we get into the 2036 season. It's going to be an interesting one because the team has gotten worse, in theory. And we'll see if anyone's finally got the strength to knock us off our perch. In terms of other streamers going today, AZ Axel will be taking over the Out of the Park Developments official channel at 4 o'clock for the Backyard Project. Rolling 5:30 Eastern to 9, it's Skep with Wax Packs 1991 Season 2 Playoffs and World Series. Don't miss it. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then from 9 to 11 Eastern, it's Yukarin Kazami with Baseball Bingo. If you haven't got your packs yet, there's plenty of opportunities to do it. We are going to go raid Dishnet 34 in just a moment. He's playing some Pawa Pudo, and make sure to holler at him with Stampede in all caps when we go there. Oh, and yeah, Warriology on Wednesdays. We still got that coming up with a little extra something on the intro, maybe. Hopefully you'll be able to join me for that. Firage, take us out. Enjoy the weekend, everyone.